Hello, 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 hello. I am back again with words of encouragement. And the title that I'll be discussing today is The Landowner is Looking for Fruits. Again, the title that we'll be discussing today is The Landowner is Looking for Fruits. So, there's a story in the Bible, and in fact, I can go there and we look at it together. I believe the book of Luke, chapter 13, verse 6 through 9. And I'll read it. He says, Then he told this parable. A man had a fig tree growing in his vineyard. And he went to look for fruit on it, but did not find any. Remember last week, I was talking to us about how to keep the foxes, how to kick them out of our vineyard or out of our garden so they do not damage what we have planted in there, so they do not heat it up and damage it. But today, I want us to focus on the fruit that we are producing from our lives. Are they good fruits? Are they sour fruits? Are they fruits that are edible? Are they fruits that people can eat and they add value to their life? As we know, the fruits give us some vitamins, some multivitamins, some benefit. He had benefit to our body. He gives us quick rush of sugar that we need to do our daily work. So, what kind of fruits are we bringing out of our lives? Are they good ones that are beneficial to people? Or is the one that people will taste and they will never come close to you again? So that is what we are going to be looking at. Or you are not even producing any. The landowner is looking for fruit. And the land of our life belongs to God. Our very life that we think is ours, it does not belong to us. It belongs to somebody. It belongs to God Almighty, who made you, who formed you, who created you. Your life is never your own in the first place. Somebody gave you that life, and he does not want you to waste it away. He wants you and I to produce abundant harvest of good fruits. That is how we can make him proud to keep our life for another year and another year and another year. Let's read from this Luke chapter 13. I'm going to read from verse 6 through 9. And it says, Then he told this parable. A man had a fig tree growing in his vineyard, and he went to look for fruit on it, but did not find any. So he said to the man who took care of the vineyard, For 3 years now, I've been coming to look for fruit on this fig tree, and haven't found any. Cut it down. Why should he use up the soil? Sir, the man replied, Leave it alone for 1 more year, and I'll dig around it and fertilize it. If it bears fruit next year, fine. If not, then cut it down. My prayer today is that God will not cut me and you down as a result of our fruitlessness. Because if we are not bearing fruit, Why are we just occupying the land and occupying the soil and occupying the space? Our lives supposed to produce fruit back to our Maker. Our lives supposed to produce fruit back to God. I will read another place, Matthew chapter 21, verse 18 through 20, I believe. Matthew 21, verse 18 through 20. And he read, early in the morning, as Jesus was on his way back to the city, he was hungry. Seeing a fig tree by the road, he went up to it, but found nothing. He went up to it, but found nothing on it except leaves. Then he said to it, may you never bear fruit again. Immediately, the tree withered. So, this is Matthew chapter 21, verse 18 through 19. Jesus was hungry. He was looking for some fruit to eat from that fig tree. That is how much God values our fruit. So, he did not find any fruit on that fig tree. In anger, he cursed the fig tree, and right away, the fig tree withered. This fig tree was trying. There's so much leaves on it, and it's looking all pretty, all beautiful. That is how some of our life are. We look pretty from the outside. We dress well. We have a nice hairdo. We have our nice necklaces and earrings and all the beautiful clothing we can put on to beautify ourselves. But inside our temple, inside our body, inside our heart, is all rotten. It's all garbage. It's all something that doesn't add any value to our life. That is not how God wants our lives to be. He wants our life to produce good fruit back to him, good fruit back to the community and the society that he has placed us in. So our life should be profitable. That is what God wants us to be doing. And let me tell you, you can't do it on your own strength. You can't do it on your own power. You can't do it with your own physical ability. But with the help of God, the Bible made me to know all things are possible. Things that get you all upset all of a sudden, when it's all said and done, when you are hooked up to your Maker, when you are hooked up to the vine, when you are hooked up to your Creator, it becomes easy. You don't even take those things seriously anymore, like you used to hold on tightly to offense and do all this behavior that is hurting other people. When you are connected to the vine, those behavior will melt away. Let's look into the book of John chapter 15. That place is where he talk about it more in details, how we can really bear fruit. And I read John chapter 15. I'm going to read it. It's a lengthy chapter, but we'll read it. I am the vine, and my Father is the gardener. Jesus is saying here, I am the vine. I am that tree that is holding you the branches. Because it goes further. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cut off every branch in me that does not bear fruit. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit. While every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes. Some of us are experiencing pruning. God is pruning us to elicit patience out of us. God is pruning us to elicit some compassion in us. Because sometimes, because we haven't been there before, we don't know what people are going through. So we tend to criticize them. We tend to get upset at every little thing that they do to us because we don't know how they woke up this morning. We don't know if they are sick in their body or if they are well. We don't know what emotion they are going through when they are interacting with us. And so sometimes God prunes us with the stuff we go through in life, the difficulties, the challenges, the problems that we are going through. It is to build up some good character in us, like perseverance, like patience, like humility, like compassion, like love for other people. Those things are pruning us. When you are being pruned, the excess is being cut off. That is pruning. Some of the excess overgrowing part, God is cutting it off because some of us, we are so puffed up, we are so full of arrogance and pride, and God used those problems to humble us and to curtail us. And so, I will read it again so I'm not getting you confused here. It says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cut off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes. Could you believe it? So the ones that is bearing fruit, he prunes them to curtail them so they can bear even more fruit. And I read on. It says, so that it will be even more fruitful. God wants our life to be more fruitful. So he will prune us to bring out those abundant harvests of fruit that he wants us to produce. You're already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me. So those who are bearing the fruit, he said they are already clean because they are listening to him. They are doing everything that he wanted them to do. But at the same time, he's pruning them to shape them more, to make them bear more abundant harvest of fruit. Remain in me as I also remain in you. Jesus is saying here, remain in me because I am divine. I am the root and the stem that is holding you together. Without me, you can't function. You can't get the nutrient from the soil without me serving as someone that is carrying you as the root and the stem of that vine. The root and the stem of that plant is what is carrying the branches and the fruit. So if that is removed, then we have no life in us. So that is why he's saying here, remain in me as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. See? God is the one who gives you the ability to produce the good fruit that he wants your life to produce. So when you detach yourself from him, there's no way you can bear that good fruit that is looking from you. And like I said, God is the gardener. He's the one taking good care of the plant so we can produce more fruit. And apart from him, we can do nothing. I am the vine. You are the branches. So me and you are the branches. Jesus is that vine that we are connected to. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire and burned. You know, the firewood is only good for making firewood. After the tree is cut down for a while and disconnected from the vine, its leaves and everything on it wither and become dry and become lifeless. And that is how me and you will be when we detach from Jesus, the true vine. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish and it will be done for you. So when we remain in him, when we are obedient to him, then whatever we need, he will provide. This is my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples. You can't just be saying I'm a disciple of Jesus with no fruit to show for it. You have to live your life the way Christ will live his life. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. If you keep my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commands and remain in his love. Jesus was obedient to the point of death for his Father. He was obedient to his Father, I meant to say, up to the point of dying for me and you. He didn't disobey him. So he's expecting the same from us. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you. You know, all the problems we have in this world is because lack of love. Because if you love your neighbor, why would you steal from them? If you love from your neighbor, why would you covet what they have and become jealous and having this inner anger within you concerning them? Why won't you rejoice with them when it's going well with them? Why would you rather develop this hatred and anger and jealousy towards your neighbor? It is because that love is missing. If you love your neighbor the same way you love yourself, you will not do any harm to them, and you will live according to the specification that Christ has set for us to live by. Now we switch and go to the book of Galatians chapter 5. In case if you are wondering, what are these fruit that we are talking about? I will show it to you over there. Galatians chapter 5 verse 22 to 23. He said, but the fruit of the Spirit is love. Remember, I just told you, love. Without love, you will do harm to your neighbor. But with love, you will not harm them. So, but the fruit of the Spirit is love. Joy. Are you full of joy? You can't have that joy without Christ living in your heart, because he is the one who can give you joy. In the presence of God, the Bible says there's fullness of joy. So joy, peace. How can you have peace without Christ? Without Christ, your life will be full of crises. So peace, forbearance, which is the same as long-suffering or perseverance. Can you persevere through the difficulties and challenges that you are going through? Kindness. Are you kind to people? People you encounter every day, can they say you are kind? Goodness. Are you good to people that you meet every day? Faithfulness. How faithful are you in coming to God, in talking to him, in worshiping him? How faithful are you to your spouse, to your partner? How faithful are you in the roles that God has put you in? Gentleness. How gentle are you? When people step on your toe, how gentle are you in responding? Self-control. How do you control yourself? Are you disciplining yourself? Can you say you are well disciplined? Against such, there is no law. You see, the Bible says, If you have love and you fulfill all these things that God is telling us to fulfill, there is no law against it. Is it do not steal? It's all encompassed into all this fruit that we mention here. So against such, there is no law. If you obey all this, you won't get into police trouble. You won't get into any trouble that will land you in the prison. So if you love, you will fulfill all the commandments that God have told us to obey. So the landowner is looking for fruit. Apart from this, it will just be, he lend you the life for no apparent reason. Why are you and me breathing? Just for breathing's sake and just existing? We need to go from existing to living fully for God. Let's see if I can read more scriptures before I bring it to a close. Matthew chapter 3 verse 8 says, bear fruit in keeping with repentance. This is John the Baptist talking to the people, preparing the way for Jesus Christ to come. He said, bear the fruit that is keeping with repentance. It's not enough to say, I've repented, I've accepted Christ in my life, but your life is not showing it. Your life have to portray that you belong to God. Matthew chapter 3 verse 10 says, even now, the house is laid to the root of the trees. Every tree, therefore, that does not bear fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. I pray that me and you will not be cut down and thrown in the lake of fire. May God empower me and you to bear good fruit. Luke chapter 3 verse 10 to 11 say, and the crowd asked him, this is John the Baptist, they are asking, what then shall we do? And he answered them, whoever has 2 tunics is to share with him who has none, and whoever has food is to do likewise. So God has blessed you not only to keep it to yourself. You have to bless other people with what God has blessed you with. Because what he bless you with, you have to be a good steward of it in order for him to bless you even more. Matthew chapter 7 verse 16 to 17 says, you will recognize them by their fruit. Are grapes gathered from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? So every healthy tree bears good fruit, but the diseased tree bears bad fruit. So, how can you know a true Christian or a true child of God? By the fruit that they are bearing. Just like if you haven't known how an apple tree look like, when you look at that tree and you put your eyes up like this and you look on top of the tree and you see an apple on it, for sure you will know that is an apple tree, even if you have never seen one before. It's the same. The way you behave, the way you interact with people, the way you relate with fellow humans will show if you are truly for God or you are against him. Because your life will show it. The fruit you produce every day will show it. John 15:5 says, I am the true vine, you are the branches. Whoever abides in me and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. I have to skip some of the verses. I will read Galatians chapter 5, verse 25. He said, if we live by the Spirit, let us also keep in step with the Spirit. Let us not become conceited, provoking one another, envying one another. The other place I will read, Colossians chapter 1, verse 10. It says, so as to walk in a manner worthy of the Lord, fully pleasing to him, bearing fruit in every good work, and increasing in the knowledge of God. May the Lord bless you, and may the Lord bless his word in your heart. And may it equip you, empower you strengthen you, energize you, and give you that divine ability to bear good fruit back to him and good fruit back to the community and the family he has placed you in. May the Lord bless you. I love you dearly.